Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this, another exciting episode of 10 years ago. Now tonight, we're going to do this one, WWF Judgment Day 2001. And this is an interesting one because, well, I remember it being not very good, but it can't be that bad because I bought it on VHS. So, I haven't watched it for about 5 years, honest to God. So, we're looking forward to watching this one. First things first, before we go on, something big happened between this show and Backlash in April. And it wasn't a wrestling related thing, but I would just like to talk about it briefly. It's sort of wrestling related, you know. I wouldn't just go straight off, I wouldn't just go and start talking about something that happened in May 2001. What happened is on May the 10th, 2001, the XFL shut its doors after its first season was an absolute joke. Now, if you remember my Unforgiven and No Mercy reviews from last year where I was talking about the XFL, you know, you'll remember that I didn't like the XFL. Not because I didn't like American football, it's nothing to do with that. What it is that the WWF created the XFL, but they didn't create a separate company for the XFL. And what that meant is that everyone who worked in the WWF was also working on the XFL at the same time. And just think about this for 1 second, yeah? If you're a wrestling company and your sole purpose is wrestling, for every second that your eyes are off wrestling, that's a second that you're not devoting to your core product, isn't it? Which means that the core product has suffered basically since Austin returned in August, September of 2000 up until this point, where the pay-per-views have been alright, ratings have been gradually dropping, and the storylines, the in-ring work on Raw and SmackDown has been getting slowly worse, you know? So the question you've got to ask is, now that the XFL's gone, are we going to get a change in fortunes? That's the thing for the question for us to be answered at a later date. Anyway, Buyrate for this one is a 0.76. Opening contest is William Regal defeating Rikishi in an OK opener. Big heat for Regal, who comes out first, and when he cuts a promo. Match was set up after Rikishi done a stink face on Stephanie. So, Rikishi goes for the stink face early on, but it's countered with a low blow. Regal goes for a sunset flip, but Rikishi counters and tries to sit down. Regal moves and slugs away. Crowd are super hot as Rikishi hits a leg drop and the stink face. When Regal gets stink face, yeah, he rolls to the outside, and the look of pure disgust on his face is just priceless. It makes this match for me, honestly. It doesn't. It's not a bad match, but it's only a mini match, you know. But the look, oh, it's so good. It really is so. I mean, I wish I could do an impression of it, but it's just literally, if you can think of disgust, yeah, someone being disgusted. Bottle it and put it there, and that is what you've got. You've got Regal's face. No, that's not even close to it, I'm sure of it. It's, just go and watch it. It's brilliant. Rikishi hits a super kick. He tries to charge in the corner but misses, and a neck breaker by Regal gets the win at 3 minutes and 56 seconds, which is a gripe for this one. It's way too short. Somehow, and it must be off the super kicks. The only thing I can think of, Regal's busted open, and it's quite heavily as well. But yeah, surprisingly entertaining, but at the same time it was nothing special, so it gets a 1.5 stars. Next though, very good match, as Kurt Angle defeats Chris Benoit in a good 2 out of 3 falls match. Now of course remember that these two fought at WrestleMania, they fought at Backlash, they also fought Insurrection in London in a 2 out of, I'm sure it was a 2 out of 3 falls match, which Benoit won 2-0 if I remember rightly. But that's just me. So the first fall is pinfall, second fall is submission, and the third fall, if it's needed, which it will be, is a ladder match. So, don't forget, Angle's gold medals are on the line in this one. There was the priceless moment in this one where, the build-up for this one, where Benoit had stolen the medals. Medals? What's a medal? Is that even a word? A medal? I don't know. Dear me. Benoit stole the medals, and he put them in his pants. Alright, so he was keeping them next to his balls to keep them nice and warm, as he put it. An Angle takes out Benoit, reaches inside his pants and grabs the medals. And then, in one of those things that probably shouldn't make me laugh as much as it did, but really made me chuckle, he kissed the medals. And that was just absolutely superb. Anyway, Angle starts off with rolling Germans. He tries a Benoit-style headbutt that misses, so Benoit casually hits the Angle slam for the 3. At 1 minute and 3 seconds, believe it or not. There's your first fall straight away. He immediately tries to lock on a crossface, but Angle bails. They brawl on the outside, including Angle eating stairs. Angle eats ring post, But then rams Benoit ball first into the post. I mean, he doesn't blade, unfortunately. We're going to keep that one running as long as we possibly can. As long as people remember it, we'll keep doing it. How's that sound? Or as long as actually, fuck it. As long as I remember it. Someone goes ball first into the fucking ring post, and I've got to put that they don't blade, because for some reason Jeff did it, didn't he? They continue to brawl until Angle goes for the ankle lock. Benoit to the ropes. He tries again, but Benoit gets the crossface. Angle to the ropes. Angle with a vertical and a belly-to-belly suplex, which is audibly called by Angle, unfortunately. A second one is countered into the crossface. Angle to the ropes again, so Benoit puts on an armbar. Ankle lock again, Benoit gets to the ropes. Angle tries a roll-up. For some reason, I don't know why you would do a roll-up in a submission match, but he does, and, you know, he's better wrestler than I ever will be, so, you know, be my guest. Benoit with a lovely snap suplex. An odd-looking Indian deathlock by Angle is followed by a lion tamer by Benoit, and it is a lion tamer, not Wars of Jericho. It's fucking incredible. Paul Heyman marks out like a bandit for it. It's brilliant. He gets a figure 4, but Angle escapes. Benoit goes to work on the knee, including a shin breaker and the dragon screw. The question is, if it goes to a ladder match, will Angle sell the ladder, is what I'm thinking. They brawl on the outside, including Benoit getting a DDT, but eats an Angle slam and the ankle lock sorry, I put FTT, and I was like, for the win, for the 3, no, it's for the tap. Idiot. Why do I put things like that? Yeah, ankle lock gets the tap out at 13:27 to make it 1 apiece. So they brawl outside in the ladder part now. The ladder match segment, shall we say. They brawl outside, including post eating and step eating again. Angle gets a ladder from under the ring, but for some bizarre reason, I don't get this one at all. There's a ladder set up literally a metre behind him, and he pulls one out from under the ring instead, and you're just like, why are you doing that? That one's bigger. For a start, you know, maybe. Angle gets a ladder from under the ring. He climbs where he doesn't sell the knee, obviously. God damn it. So stupid. He gets kicked off. Benoit climbs, he gets knocked off. Angle with a suplex and uses the ladder on Benoit, but misses. So Benoit gets the ladder, including a bang. Oh my god, what's wrong with me? Benoit uses the ladder, including a sick-looking shot right to the jaw of Angle. You're like, oh, there's no way that one was fake. That was fucking ladder-jaw connection. You know, really, really horrible. Benoit climbs but gets low blowed. Angle sets the ladder up in the corner and whips Benoit into it. But then Benoit catapults Angle into it in a great spot as Angle is whipped into the ladder, yeah? And he basically leapfrogs onto it to stop his momentum. So Benoit casually just pulls the ladder over. Angle's underneath it. Absolutely superb. Really like that. Huge German by Benoit. Angle hits an ugly clothesline. He whips Benoit into the ladder, then suplexes him onto the ladder, which is nasty, and it gets a big pop. Benoit responds by ramming the ladder into Angle's face. He traps Angle in the ladder, but Angle pushes over, a la... oh god, brain, come on, work. WrestleMania 10 with the ladder match there. He puts him underneath it, pushes him over. Crossface, which I don't get. I just don't understand at all, but yeah, whatever. Ed and Chris can come out. They distract Benoit on the outside. So Angle can climb, and again, he doesn't sell the leg, which is irritating, but maybe can be called maybe nitpicking, I don't know. Angle obviously wins, because I mean, he couldn't not win this one, could he? It's for Angle's gold medals, for God's sake. I mean, how could Benoit possibly won this match, you know? Anyway, I hated that finish with an all-consuming passion. Seriously, this match was heading for a 4.5 mark, easily, yeah? That finish was ugly as shit, and oh, it just really bothered me. You know, this is meant to be, because this is meant to be the end of this feud, yeah? Angle's going off to do other things, Benoit's off to go to do other things. So it doesn't decisively end the feud, does it? You know? I mean... Oh, it's just, it was the type of finish where if there was another match happening in a month's time, then you wouldn't have a problem with it, but there isn't. And also, I get heat for this, but yeah, whatever. Angle not selling the leg really bothers me. Benoit worked over the leg for a good couple of minutes, yeah, and Angle, when he climbed the ladder, should have been selling that left leg, but he didn't, so, you know, that bothers me. Anyway, Undertaker bullies Regal into making his match with Austin into a no-holds-barred match, which he does. And Jerry Lynn is vexed at WWF New York because he's not on the pay-per-view. He does this sort of, this metal, this ooh, to show how vexed he is. You know, it's stupid. Next, Rhino defeated the Big Slow and Test in a triple threat match to retain the Hardcore title. Not much to say about this one at all because, you know, Hardcore title matches suck. After the highs of Rhino versus Raven last month, it's right back down again. Okay, so Rhino and Test double team Slow on the outside, then they brawl in the crowd, and then into the back for some weapon shots. Yay, whoop-de-doo. Rhino and Test brawl in the ring for more weapon shots. DDT on trash can lid gets 2 for Rhino. Chokeslam by Big Slow. Big boot by Test. Goal by Rhino is missed by the cameras completely. Good work, WWF. Well done there. Test uses a fire extinguisher on Slow for 2. Gore on Slow for the win. They're the highlights of that one, and that's me being nice. Crap. Only a few things say this one from being a dud. It's a half a star because I'm so very, 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 very nice. But, you have to have some shit on a show, don't you? Obviously. And this one obviously has some more shit as Chyna defeated Lita in a crap match to retain the Women's Championship. Chyna comes out with, with this headdress on that makes her look like a fucking peacock. It's made of peacock feathers, so that's one of the reasons why it makes it look like a peacock. But it looks so daft. It looks so daft. I mean, it really does look so fucking daft. They hug at the start, which gets really big heat from the crowd. The crowd don't like that one. But what are you doing hugging for? You're meant to be beating each other up. It's all like, boo. Okay, Chyna dominates, including a clothesline for 2. Lita hits a nice tornado DDT and then throws some woeful punches. I'm sat there watching this match, honest to God, thinking to myself, was Lita always this shit at throwing punches? Because there's that much gap between fist and head. And yeah, seriously, I'm sat there going, really? That bad? Really? Really? You know? She gets 2, that's Lita, off a shit Thez press. Lita works the arm, including more awful punches. Chyna's plastic boobies are desperate to escape in this match. Every time she does anything, it looks like one of her breasts is trying to escape, and I don't want to see that. She gets a neck breaker for 2. She hits a gorilla press, but picks Lita up at 2. Cross arm breaker by Lita is counted into a head scissors. Eddie Guerrero comes out for some reason. He doesn't interfere, he just stands at the entranceway. Don't know why. Chyna goes to hit a powerbomb, but is counted into a horrific looking Rana. Oh, it's so awful. So bad. So Chyna casually goes for another powerbomb, hits it, 1, 2, 3. Horrible. So bad. And yeah, my notes say, the last thing my notes say about this match are, I remember Lita being so much better than this. Because she was awful. She was so bad. Her punches were woeful. She hit a Rana that looked like, it was awful. It was horrible. Horrible, horrible, horrible. Next, 3 to go. All of them are good. Yeah, those 2 matches there are the shit portion of this show. Everything else is good from here on in, promise. Next. Well, there's bits of bad, but they've got X Factor in, so, what do you expect? Kane defeated Triple H in a good chain match to win the IC title. This is one of the matches that, in my mind, I remember being wank. It's weird. I just remember this shit being show. This show being just really bad. I don't know why I bought it on VHS if it was so bad, but in my mind, I just remember it being crap. And this is one of the matches that I seem to remember being crap, but it's really, really not. So here we go. Hunter attacks with the chain before they are attached. He works the arm. Storyline is that Kane's coming into this one with an injured arm. Steph is on the outside. She looks so incredibly hot tonight. It's unbelievable. Just need to point that out. Hunter uses a chair on the arm, then attaches the chain to Kane's injured arm. He continues to work the arm, then comes off the top with a chain for 2. Back to the arm, including whipping it with the chain. Triple H gets a chair, but Kane pulls the chain, and the chair goes into his face. So naturally, it's to be expected that Triple H is busted open, and it is a manly blade job to his credit. Manly blade. Kane on the comeback. He wraps the chain around the cut, and then they do the old Don Morocco, Ricky Steamboat hanging spot on the outside, which I really get a kick out of. Kane goes up top, but gets pulled off by Triple H. JR is on a mission. I'm absolutely certain right, to say the words "the game" as often as is humanly possible. He doesn't say Triple H at any point, I'm sure of it, in this match. It's just the game. Remember that me and my friends would like to have a drinking game where you take a shot every time JR says the game. Yeah, this is one of those ones you would have died off. I'm certain of it. And the thing is, to make it that little bit better, yeah, Paul Heyman's on a mission to do the exact same thing. Kane slams Triple H off the guardrail, which is a nice move. Crap looking facebuster by Triple H. Pedigree is countered. Kane goes up top and uses the chain to almost behead Triple H, according to Jim Ross. Chokeslam, but Austin's out. He gets tossed out. Austin back in with a chair, but he hits Triple H by mistake for heel miscommunication, enabling Kane to get the 3 to an enormous pop. Biggest pop of the night by miles. He gets a big reaction. In fact, I'm going to be honest with you here, guys. That reaction was so big, I went and rewound it. It was like, no, that wasn't as big as I think it is. It's like really big. You know, there's people jumping up and like, yes! Crowd was super hot for that one. They liked that a lot. I enjoyed this a lot. It was a 3-star match. You know, in classic Triple H form, perfect psychology, working the arm the whole match, which is brilliant. So yeah, I like that one a lot. 2 to go, and the next one, I'm afraid, is a long-ass match. It's, you know, going to take up like 3 pages of notes, because it's Tag Team Turmoil. Winner of this one is the #1 contender to the Tag Team titles. So, you know how this one works. One team starts off, another team comes out, whichever team wins, they stay in the ring, the losing ones go to the back, and another team comes out until there's no one left. The last team standing are the #1 contenders. It's as simple as that, really. So, the APA versus the Radicals is our first little match. Perry Saturn gets a nice belly-to-belly on Farouk, but then a minute later, and literally nothing happens in the interim, a minute later, Saturn walks into a spinebuster for Farouk for the win. Yay! Next, APA versus the Dudley Boys. APA double team Devon. Farouk hits a superb power slam for 2. APA pissed me off in these little segments. They do nothing wrong at all. You know, it's not like they're not everything they do looks good, and Farouk especially is on form in this match. It must be said. Hits a superb power slam for 2. Bubba in, but he gets double teamed and placed face in peril. Bubba gets 2 off a sidewalk slam. Devon in, he gets 2 off a Russian leg sweep. The crowd chant, "We want tables," so the producers, oh yes, I'd forgotten about this one. The producer, in his infinite wisdom, zooms into a guy who's holding up a sign that says, "We want tables," yeah? Tables, spelled T-A-B-E-L. Yay! Good work there, whoever you are, for making yourself look a prat on national television. Worldwide television. And good work, producer, for not being able to spot that before you zoomed into it. we want table. A fallaway slam for Devon by Bradshaw, but he takes the Dudleyville device, wazap, before Farouk. Devon gets the tables, but the hardcore Holly comes out and puts Devon through his own table. Good God, clothesline from hell gets the 3 on Bubba. So that's 2 down. Next, the APA versus X Factor, and nosedive, of course. X Factor out to 0 reaction. That music is so bad. It's so god awful. It really, it's just horrific. It's it's that bad, right? That I've forgotten about it. Even though, you know, X Factor was on, X Factor, sorry, the 3 members of X Factor were on Backlash. In the months since I've watched the show, I'd completely forgotten about it. You know, oh dear. Yeah. X Pac has shaved, which is interesting. Lovely backbreaker by Farouk. You see, he's doing many. That's 3 nice moves he's here. Oh, stop it. Bradshaw with a pair of suplexes. Albert interferes. Farouk in. He destroys Just Incredible with a nice power slam on Pac for 2. There's another one. Stop it. Bradshaw goes to hit a fallaway slam, but Albert trips Bradshaw so Pac can get the pin. X Factor move on. X Factor versus the Hardy Boys is our next one. The Hardys dual team Justin until X Pac pull down the ropes, so Jeff soars to the outside. X Factor take control by posting Jeff. He doesn't blade. Same problem. Legs. Bollocks. You know, one day it'll happen again, and I'll be like, yes! I'll probably gonna shake the guy's fucking hand if it's on a live show. You did it! You listened to me! Jeff Jarrett did it in WCW in 2000. Why does no one else do it? Why? Pac hits a Bronco Buster for some reason. Jeff hits a double drop kick and hot tags Matt. Leg drop off the top. He dumps Justin he jumps Justin. Should be a comma there, but there isn't, so it just says he dumps Justin poetry in motion. That's ridiculous, isn't it? He dumps Justin. Poetry in motion by the Hardys. Swanton by Jeff. Matt covers, but Albert pulls him off. So Jeff hits a superb dive to the outside onto Albert, which is just lovely. But Matt Hardy walks into a super kick for the win. Much better than I was expecting. Incidentally, I've put match ratings alongside these, each one here, so that was a star. Because in the context of it, you can't exactly give it 3 stars, can you? No. APA versus Radicals was dud. APA versus Dudley Boys was star and a half. APA versus X Factor, quarter of a star, because it's bollocks. X Factor versus Hardy Boys, 1 star. And then, bad timing, dude. Bad timing. X Factor versus Chris Jericho and his mystery opponent is next. Chris Jericho's mystery opponent turns out to be Chris Benoit. So it's one of those, I wonder who's going to win this thing. C and C, as I'm going to call them, own at the start until Jericho, the Chris's, until Jericho, sorry, the Chris's own at the start with Jericho diving onto, oh, it says until, it doesn't say with at all. C and C own at the start with Jericho, until Jericho dives, see I said with, until dives onto Albert, who catches him and owns him on the outside. Pac uses chops on Benoit, nice bomb gets 2 for Justin, who then puts on a goddamn chinlock. Every time. A sunset flip gets 2 for Benoit, but then X Factor go back to owning him. Bronco Buster misses, hot tag to Jericho, missile dropkick gets 2 for Jericho, ref gets bumped with a flying forearm, so it's a nice ref bump. It wasn't just a pussy one. It was oh, that was quite a nasty shot. You know? Double super kick for Y2J, no referee. Another ref comes out, it gets 2. Double suplex for Albert and a double suplex for Justin, and a Walls and a crossface at the exact same time get double tap outs. Oh yes, I like that one a lot. And lastly, the 2 Chris's versus Edge and Christian. The winners of this match are the #1 contenders. So Edge dominates Y2J, who plays face in peril, even taking a goddamn chinlock. It must be. Nice neck break, he gets 2 for Christian. Lion Salt misses, as does a poetry in motion attempt by Christian, which is weird. Hot tag to Benoit. Snap suplex on Christian, followed by a German for 2. Edge-o-matic on Benoit. Edge and Christian go to double suplex off the top, but Jericho stops him by putting... Oh, this is such a nice little moment. Puts Christian, who was of course up on the top. You've got Benoit sat on the top, Christian comes up with him. So Jericho goes up and puts Christian on his shoulders. Benoit hitting a nice missile dropkick off the top. I like that. DDT by Edge. Concerto is stopped by a double baseball slide on the outside. The 2 Chris's then try Concerto of their own, but miss. Edge and Christian get their chairs back. They try to do the Concerto again, but literally as Christian swings with his chair, Benoit locks on a crossface for the win. There are the #1 contenders, and I like this one a lot. Yeah, I enjoy this match a hell of a lot more than I was expecting to, because of the people who are going to be in it. The Radicals I'm not really too high up on, because it's Perry Saturn and Dean Blinker. I don't really like Perry Saturn at all. APA, me, don't really care about them. X Factor, me, not really interested in them either, but between them, they managed to pull out a quite brilliant match. I enjoyed this a lot. 3 stars, easily, happily, no problem with that whatsoever. Just going to have a lovely glug of milk, and then we'll do the main event. I'm still struggling. I really am still struggling to figure out why I thought this show wasn't very good. I just can't see it. Anyway, the main event is Stone Cold Steve Austin defeating The Undertaker in a good no-holds-barred match to retain the WWF Championship. Vince comes out to do commentary, which is never a bad thing. The problem is, he doesn't really say much. He talks for a couple of minutes, and then he just takes his headset off and stares at Taker. Anyway, they brawl in the entrance, then back to ringside where Austin eats steps. Taker does the old school on the guardrail, then uses a fire extinguisher. In the ring, Austin gets a neck breaker, but takes... Take it, sorry. It says take. It should say take it. It's been a long day and it's only 1:15. So busy, so busy. Taker scores with a clothesline. That's where I'm at, isn't it? It says take. Stunner is countered into a big boot for 2, so they brought on the outside again, where Austin works the knee, including wrapping it around the ring post. Austin continues to work the knee in the ring, including a long leg lock as the crowd chant Austin sucks. They head outside where Taker not only no-sells the leg completely, but he chokeslams Austin through the announce table. In the ring, it gets 2. Outside, again, Austin uses a monitor. Inside, he pulls a turnbuckle pad off as Taker blades. Slugfest and a Thesz press get 2, as does a low blow. Austin stomps and locks on a sleeper, but gets suplex out of it. Huge chair shot and a stunner only get 2 for Austin, amazingly. Austin owns with a chair, but Taker gets a choke slam and uses the chair. Triple H comes out, so Taker chairs him. A chair shot to Austin gets 2 as Vince breaks the pin. So Taker starts beating on Vince in the corner here, and Austin comes over with a chair, goes to hit Taker around the back. Obviously Taker moves. Vince takes an unprotected chair shot right on the top of the head. Oh, it's horrible. It really is. It's weird nowadays. I don't like unprotected chair shots at all these days. It's weird. I watch them and just, you know. Taker goes for the last ride, but Triple H hits him with the sledgehammer, enabling Austin to get the pin in a weird moment because Kane's sprinting to the ring, like he's not even close to the apron when the 3 goes down, you know. But I think it's an interesting one little thing. Again, I enjoyed this one. It's a 3-star match, but Taker no selling the leg bothered me because Austin worked it for quite a while, and it was overbooked to hell, really, wasn't it? There was a lot of shortcuts in this one, but it's still, I still have no problem giving it 3 stars. So overall, there's one bad match. You know, there's the dud and there's a half a star match. There's a 1-star opener, but the rest I think are perfectly acceptable. You know, good wrestling. You know, this was an enjoyable show. You know, I really enjoyed this one, so I have absolutely no issue whatsoever giving this one 7 out of 10. Which is weird, because if you told me that a week before I started watching it, I would have gone Judgment Day 2001. I didn't like that at all. Interesting, isn't it? How sometimes you can remember a show being bad and you go back and watch it and it's actually quite enjoyable, isn't it? So, ladies and gentlemen, next in the series, in June, of course, is King of the Ring 2001, and everyone remembers that one, I'm sure, for the Angle versus Shane McMahon street fight. Okay, so I have been Mark P. If you haven't already hit that subscribe button, I'd love to know what you thought of this show down here. I've been Mark P. Take it easy, and I will see you all soon. Bye-bye.